Hi there, my name's Gary Smith. I'm here with Paul J. Just a little bit of an introduction about myself and then Paul. So I'm not a doctor or a paid professional researcher. I'm originally a chemist, but I'm also a certified systems engineering professional, and I guess within my makeup, one of the things I do is I look at complex situations, and because of my education and the way I am, I tend to see big pictures rather than getting engrossed in the detail. Back in 2003, I was doing a course with the Open University called Molecules in Medicine, and this was a course that I was doing just out of my own interest. But towards the end of the course, I was asked to do what's called a science poster presentation on a subject of my choice, and I chose to look at a particular molecule and its role in cancer.
Yeah, okay, your paper, it's been lauded as a bit of a milestone in medicine, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the general principles in it?
Well, basically, the established view is that inflammation in cancer, the established view is that the inflammation is a failed attempt by the body to fight the cancer. The established view is that inflammation is an essential part of the immune system, which under normal circumstances is successful in dealing with invaders. But when inflammation becomes chronic, the established view is that something has gone wrong, and that the inflammation is just not able to deal with the infection, and the view is that your immune system is now attacking you instead of the invader. Okay.
Typical autoimmune.
Yeah, that's not quite the way really we should be looking at it. When I did my research into cancer, what was very clear to me was that the cancer was actually causing the inflammation to its advantage. What the cancer was doing was it was promoting inflammation in order to spread through the body and also suppress the immune system. Okay, and that's what happens when cancer starts to become malignant.
Yeah, it's not just cancer.
No, it's not just cancer.
Which is where I come in.
Yeah, basically any successful invader within the body promotes inflammation as one mechanism to suppress your immune system. And many of the successful pathogens that we have at the moment which cause disease do so through that effect. Whereas the established view is that in things like rheumatoid arthritis or autism or Crohn's disease, you know, what they say is that it's an autoimmune disease, and your body has somehow gone wrong and is attacking you. But it's actually the infection which is doing that.
Infection is creating the conditions for inflammation. Yeah?
Yes.
Right, which is where I come in again.
So tell us a bit about yourself, Paul.
Well, yeah, as you know, we met about 4 or 5 years ago. You explained the inflammation part of my illness, which I was aware of, but I didn't understand. Your paper explained it, and that's how we met, through a newspaper article in the Independent one. Yeah. But yeah, mystery illness. Me, chronic fatigue, irritable bowel, brain fog, all the classic symptoms of ME, if you like, chronic fatigue. And after years of visiting my doctor, he finally admitted he hadn't got a clue what was wrong with me. And that's when I researched my own illness and found Dr. Crampton, which is on the introduction part of my website, which you can find by Googling my name, which is Paul Jape, and spelled J-A-E-P, or Yeast Autism UK, #1 on there, and you'll see the explanation which brings me here. But the point is, we're in trouble. We've got we've got these diseases rising exponentially. We've got diabetes, we've got autism, rheumatoid arthritis, allergies, all the rest of them, they're going off the scale, and I've found they're all linked. And in particular, autism and the colony collapse disorder with the bees, both have got, well, all of them have got the same basic cause.
Okay, so hang on a second, okay, because we're probably losing the audience. So what I'd like to get across to everybody is why are we making this this video and putting it on your site? You know, what's the purpose of it?
To educate people, really. To be frank, the medical profession, academia, are utterly bankrupt. They haven't got a clue what's causing the rise in disease. We're currently on course to lose all the bees in the UK within 10 years. And within that 10-year period, we're going to suffer a 35% loss in food production. That spells disaster. Also, autism. Autism is increasing on the same 45-degree angle, time over incidence graph, where not very far into the future, the sufferers are going to outnumber the carers. I mean, it's an absolute disaster. Everybody's looking to the medical profession, science, to provide the answer, and to be honest, they are light years away.
So, I mean, hang on a sec. I mean, you're talking about this exponential growth in autism.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean in terms of numbers?
In numbers, we've got, depending where you get the information, but the information on my website is pretty solid. It's minimum 1 in 90. This is from the United States, but there's a case to say we are in a worse situation here in the UK. 1 in 90, or 1 in 67. You know, but the frightening thing is, this is official statistics, that the growth is between 10 and 17% a year upon year. So it's compounded up. You know, it spells out we're in real trouble, no doubt about it. We've got the perfect storm brewing for health.
You say it's about 1 in 67 children at the moment?
Yeah.
So at that rate of increase, when will we get to 20%?
Meltdown.
Yeah.
15 years?
15 years time?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are. Yeah, I mean, now, the figures for, monetary figures for looking after an autistic child is just incredible. It runs into millions for each child. We just can't sustain that level of care. And the new cases coming on stream is going to absolutely overwhelm whichever healthcare system you're using, whether it's insurance-based or national health. You know, we just can't. We can't.
So what is the cause of autism? Because the established view out there is that genetics plays a significant role.
Well, this is the sad thing. You know, you cannot have rocketing growth with a genetic cause. Genetics, if you get a rogue gene, it creeps into the population, such as cystic fibrosis or haemophilia. We can trace that faulty gene and we can map it out where it's going to show or likely to show. But the point is, it creeps into the population. You cannot have a genetic-based epidemic.
Right, so the rate of increase is not consistent with a genetic disease.
Exactly.
Okay. So what is the cause then?
The cause, I come back to my particular illness and the irritable bowel. The cause is antibiotics, not the overuse of antibiotics, but the use of antibiotics. Antibiotics impact on your gut flora. Your gut flora is responsible for many physiological tasks, and one of them is to produce components of your immune system.